Well, well, if it ain't Melvib's guest of honour, hobnobbing with the Iron Mighty now, is it? I tell you, lass, I damn near snorted ale out my nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine and, more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in that shite-caked venturing gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about her, if only to stop folk complaining when she stuffs her face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Nashim of the Bruguiere Consortium. She'll furnish you with somewhat ladylike to wear. I've already had a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring them back here so I can tell you what's what. Good evening, miss. I assume you're the underdressed lady Baderon mentioned. I see he was not exaggerating. I've chose these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Been to see Nashim, have you? Let's have that box then. Here we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for you. A lass mightn't have much else to her name, but as long as she's got a decent pair of shoes on her feet, there ain't nowhere she can't go. Think of them as a gift from me and all the other folk you've done right by along the way. Aye, aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in her own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. You ready then, are you? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd have considered it me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a lady, remember, not a lady's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthael in Bulwark Hall and he'll show you the way. Just keep that eld eye, lass. After everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud, and don't let no eye-born bugger tell you different. Dress shoes, fancy dress shoes. An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I'll show you to the briefing room.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The Yellow Serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the White Wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Mad Snake, respond.
Ryder! This is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
That I should live to behold Bahamut once more. Magnificent. The aeons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier. I'm aware of them. Pay them no mind. They're powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, was it? What happened? Ah, you don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir. I had to carry you back to the wench myself. Well, I say carry. 'Twas more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Any road, don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some colour back in your cheeks though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthael and he'll let you into the command room. Ah, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Melvid was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time. I doubt she'll look kindly on you if you repeated the trick. Greetings. Admiral Blofusvin awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Ah, it's good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered? Then let us waste no time. I've a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. I've penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It's been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might have once given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, until we have faced our past. To that end, I'm proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of Cartano. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You've proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation, to the city-states of Gridania and Uldar. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Airships bound to the nations of our allies leave for the landing connected to the bridge, but before you depart I suggest you trouble Baderon for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well travelled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited, but in these times of war every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from them. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realise you'd got that bloody height. I'm proud of you, lass, thinking of how far you've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye, and that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale, at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the whole of Eorzea's laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Lominsans are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Uldar. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're a adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see? Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their goddamn primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there as you can't handle. Something tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm's had it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things around. 'Tis the perfect time for an adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Good fortune to you. The day will come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance. We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at the Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Greetings, good madam. You're the Limsa envoy, are you not? I've received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the Conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus stand where the Elder Seedseer awaits. You're the Limsa envoy. Begging your pardon, madam, might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa Liminsa. Please come with me.
So you are the Liminsan envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknown to us, the Garleans sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon, Dalamud, would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartano Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again, yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us was spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelope me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments before been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louisoix may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Cartano. And so we were left with countless questions, and no prospect of an answer, yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it's been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we're to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. You've done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You meanwhile are bound next for Uldar, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. And if you would be so kind, I would appreciate it if you would inform me that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late, my wolf to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. Thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Uldar and beyond. Welcome to Uldar, madam. We've been expecting you. Flame General Rolban will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustings Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. The Limsa envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Ah yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Uldar. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano. Aye, I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Canny's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming, 'tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbours. Led by the legatus Solus Oscalvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabard to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius von Balsa, has long harboured ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Uldar, but Gridania and Limsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We're a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the elder Seedseer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we're to do so we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Merlwyb will have her memorial. We will honour the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultanate and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Ah, my Lady Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Baderon would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you. Well, if it ain't the one and only. Just so you're fairly warned though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to go downright bleeding airy, but if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. I thank you for taking time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aleport and find out who and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But since that nasty business over in Swiftperch, folk have been a bit uneasy. Well, I say a bit, 'tis all they can do to not soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you'd permit me, Master Baderon, I'd be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honour, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure my patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I came to welcome you to Limsa. It's well you've returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Cetacea Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves, nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Cetacea again, but with the Sahagin testing our defences daily, I'm loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you could offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it's settled. Cetacea is located in western Lanosia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Melpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lass. You'll hear about Commodore Rayner's investigation, then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in western Lanosia though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of Novice before you blunder into Cetacea. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there prepare you, train you with the skills you need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Cetacea just north of Aleport. Head inside and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck, friend.